control really early on in this one. But, you know, we've seen the good offense in all of the games leading up to this, but tonight felt a little different, maybe that next step.
Well, you know, as a team, you can feel when you're in sync with your teammates. And from, you know, just from watching the game itself, that's what it appeared like. Everybody looks like they're confident in what their teammates can do, both offensively and defensively. So right from the outset of the game, they were in command. They never even let Boston get, you know, a lead at all tonight on the home court. The thing that's impressive about tonight's game, they took the Boston's crowd out of the game from the very beginning. You see, Boston is noted for their, you know, their crowd. That's supposed to be the sixth man. Yeah, baloney. They took a nap tonight.
Where was the leprechaun?
Oh, that's not when I played. There was a little leprechaun. There's their logo. And people usually shot poorly in Boston. And they would say the leprechaun sitting up on the rim blocking shots. Well, the bottom line was...
I'm scared to ask.
It was a raggedy court. You were always freezing in the winter.
Oh, that's what really happened.
Yeah, that's what really happened. But the leprechaun, you know, I need to send him his flowers because he's long gone.
His days are over. His days are over now. We're having fun because it looked like the Rockets were having a lot of fun tonight. This was our Fun Can't Lose, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Like I said, so many involved in this win for the Rockets tonight as we take a look at the starting five box score. All these guys with double digits, but they did more than just shoot the ball well.
No, once again, their defense dictated their offense. And when you look at it, I personally thought that Jabari had more than 12 points. You know, the way he was involved in everything tonight, but what was more impressive, of course, with him was the 4 blocks. And Kevin just does what he does. You know, he just gets, you know, he just floats around, gets involved in the offense when going down under, on the shot clock, going down under 4 seconds, you want the ball in his hands. And then, of course, Alfie thinks he is a point guard. He's a point center, is what we're going to start calling him. I was hoping that Reed hit that shot that would give him his triple-double. You know,
so close.
And Josh has just found him, you know, he's a work in progress. He just found him a way to get the eye of the coaches, got into the starting lineup, and it seems like he refuses to relinquish that.
Yeah, that's all right. Kevin Durant with his 26 points, and he did it in just about 30 minutes or so. Very, very efficient work by Kevin Durant tonight. He had a great first half. Well, let's hear from the head coach. Ime Udoka speaks now.
Yeah, I mean, it's early, and obviously shooting 66% from 3 overall and 55 from the field is a great thing, 30 assists. So kind of set the tone in the first quarter with 11 and made the simple plays, showed the crowd, you know, other than, you know, I think we had too many turnovers, obviously 20 for 23 points. But outside of that, when we made the right pass, the simple play, we got wide open looks. Yeah, I mean, we saw in the first quarter we only had 1 offensive rebound, but we shot 70%, so we'll take that trade-off every time, making shots and not having the same opportunities. But one thing we did talk about was them getting long rebounds. They did last night with 17 and had too many today with 14. So wings got to get back in, wings and guards get back in and crash and help the bigs out. Yeah, he's just solid all around. You know, he, to your point, yeah, kept on free throw line, 0 free throws, stayed down on fakes, and just stayed solid. And you know, he has such quick feet and bounce off the floor. They can contest at a high rate, and so yeah, it was one of the main challenges. Him there, he took it, and you know, to hold him to 12 points only and minus 20 is a big job for us tonight. Yeah, it's only going to get better, and you know, after 5 games, you kind of start to see some things, some trends, but it's also the guys getting to know each other as well. And so when he leads a break or if they're up pressuring, we want him to be pressure release, and we can get into certain sets with that. And like I said, he's such a great facilitator and scorer that he's kind of a cross match on the court in all these different areas. And so, yeah, made the right pass. Almost had a triple-double tonight. Made the right passes, and when the crowd's not there, he can go to work. Yeah, we put him on the big and had Alpi off the ball. So, some of their bigs were either floating on the perimeter and the dunker, so he's right there to rotate. And, had some huge blocks, obviously, that led to offense. But what he's always done since he's been in the league, he's been a really good rim protector, weak side shot blocker. And the fact that we had him on the big and we forced those guys inside the three-point line led to those. Yeah, I mean, he's had some really big games already, obviously last night, and I think 2 games ago, the 39, 40-point games. We're obviously a very capable scorer, and I know it's a little bit of a different thing with the game plan specifically on him, so he's going to have to adjust that, as well as Peyton and Derek and some of those guys. And so for us, we want to make it hard anyway, but we feel like we have a really quality point of attack defender with them in that we don't need a lot of help or have to scheme up certain things. They go to certain actions. We can do some things there, but we felt great with our man on him, and tough night overall, but we tried to swarm, make some plays, and force him to 5 turnovers. Oh, night and day. I mean, when we got him that year, probably a big adjustment for him, the rest of the season, having a baby and moving for the first time, being traded. And so I knew he'd obviously settle into a bigger role, and you could see his confidence grow even in the early years in San Antonio. So a much different player, seasoned vet around the league now, and he's only taken off on both ends of the floor. Thank you.
With the flow of how the game was going, he's gotten to the point now, being so young in the league, is that he's been here a while. He's learned the NBA game quite quickly.
Almost a triple-double, too, with all that he was doing, rebounding, assist, the team out-rebounding the Celtics.
Plus 17. This is what they've been doing this season so far against the teams. I like the fact that they end up with 30 assists again.
Yeah.
Right there, that tells you that I talk so much about one more pass will get you the shot. Well, what did they shoot for the game? I got to take a peekaboo, put my eyeballs on, just to see the fact that they shot 55% from the floor tonight.
Yep. The three-point percentage was 66%.
Now that's ridiculous.
They came in ranked first in points per game and offense. I mean, the rating went up, right?
Yeah, it does.
With these silly numbers.
That tells you there's no accident. What they're doing is a part of their repertoire defensively. And their defense for the last 3 games that they've won has dictated the offense. That's how they've been getting the good kind of shots and being able to move the ball around.
Speaking of defense, I know that was something you wanted to see tonight, especially against a good Boston team. This Boston team is without one of their superstars, Jason Tatum. They lost him, and that was devastating for this team. So they were looking to Jaylen Brown, who can handle it by all means. This is a great player too, but he was really expected to lead the way and be that guy every night. Didn't have that night tonight. As we look at his numbers, this is our Calvin's Court presented by Memorial Hermann Rockets Orthopedic.
Well, he didn't have his kind of night because the Rockets didn't allow it. So let's look at the defense that was played upon him at one stage of the game when he tried to go one-on-one right in the middle, and with Jabari Smith in there. And what they did, Jabari had great footwork, and that kept him from getting Jabari out of position and trying to get some head and shoulder movement to get him out of position, up in the air, and get a foul on him, but it didn't happen. You got to understand too, and we talk so much about it, is that professional basketball defensively is all about team. You don't stop anybody one-on-one in this game. What you do is you support. If a guy has a great shooting night over the team, there's nothing you can do about it. But he can have a great night one-on-one 3 out of 4 nights if that's the way you try to play them. And that includes, of course, Jaylen Brown.
The defense, we heard Shane Boone even said after the Toronto win, the defense isn't quite there yet, that we're still figuring some things out.
Well, they're trying to figure out their rotation because they do a lot of They do a lot of cross defense, switching a lot.
Yep.
So consequently, they got to make sure that they know when to switch. That's what he's talking about. They're still helping, but sometimes they're a little too late. Tonight they did a great job, which they had a problem with the first two nights on weak side coming over and supporting defensively.
Okay. Yeah. Still room for improvement then for a team
absolutely.
That's doing just fine.
Well, it's going to be nice, especially on the road. When they come home, they play one game, they go back out on the road for 3. On the road is where your defense comes in. That's because you win most of the games you win defensively on the road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tough place to play there at TD Garden.
Yes, it is.
With or without a leprechaun.
You like that leprechaun, don't you?
The way you talked about this leprechaun.
Oh, he was a little ugly rascal, too.
He was in your head.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I played in the Boston again, you look at the Boston Garden, it's the TD, what is it?
It's TD Garden now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it was the old Boston Garden.